G'day, welcome to the program. Tonight, the pocket-sized product that's taking the guesswork out of pregnancy.
It's such a simple thing to do. There are no side effects. Taking your saliva every day and you can avoid pregnancy or fall pregnant, it's your choice.
Maybe, baby, you be true.
It was my first month. The first time I tried it, it actually worked for us.
Maybe, baby, you will love me someday.
That's later. It seems that having a family is becoming a battle for more and more Australians. In fact, infertility now affects 1 in 6 people, and with waiting lists growing to IVF and donor programs, that's where Maybe Baby comes in. It's a new fertility testing device that they say leaves no more guesswork. Melissa Toomey reports.
Maybe, baby, you be true.
We all take our fertility for granted. We all presume that we can have a baby when we're good and ready, and that doesn't always end up being the case.
Maybe, baby, I'll have you.
I think women in particular want to be able to take control of their own destiny with having children.
Maybe, baby, you will love me someday.
Pam Wilson knows that at 38 she's making a late run at motherhood. In fact, many times over the last 2 years she's feared she's left it too late.
So many of my girlfriends are in the same situation that I'm in. You know, we want careers, we want to, there's not that sense of urgency to have children, and we're all settling down so much later anyway. So I just always knew that I would probably be doing the baby thing, you know, closer to 40 than closer to 30.
Diagnosed with endometriosis, Pam's endured 3 operations and 2 miscarriages over the past 8 years. Finally, her doctor warned unless she conceived naturally within 6 months, IVF would be her best chance.
I went to the chemist and bought myself an ovulation kit, and that was completely useless to me. I couldn't understand it. It made no sense. And it was $75 for a month, and I thought, okay, I'm going to do this every month, but it just doesn't make sense to me. So that's when I heard about Maybe Baby, and I thought, well, great.
It's a simple fertility testing device that claims to be 98% effective. Women in Europe and the USA have been using it for years. And while it's only been available in Australia for a few months, Maybe Baby has been an instant success.
It's a simple thing to do and effective thing to do for women.
Jeff Butterworth is a naturopath who specialises in infertility.
What we're getting the women to do now is to use the Maybe Baby to tell women when they're ovulating, so they can obviously then have intercourse at that period, and they're a lot more likely to fall pregnant rather than just going through the whole month and wondering whether they're ovulating or not. And a lot of women that are infertile actually aren't ovulating, so if they're not ovulating, well, then you can look at IVF and other things like that.
Maybe Baby is a mini microscope about the size and weight of a lipstick. A sample of saliva is applied to the glass base and left to dry for 10 seconds. Then a small light illuminates the microscope. A fern leaf pattern appears during ovulation. It becomes less obvious during the transitional phase and looks like dots or pebbles when you're not fertile.
It's such a simple thing to do. There are no side effects. Taking your saliva every day and you can avoid pregnancy or fall pregnant, is your choice. And then what we'd like you to do too at the end of each month is just write down how easy was it to use. Was it a problem? Were there days that you thought, oh, I just couldn't be bothered, or was it just a simple thing to use?
Students studying natural therapies through Southern Cross University on Queensland's Gold Coast are taking part in a 4-month trial to study Maybe Baby's effectiveness. For Jamie King, it means a healthier alternative to the pill.
Well, I didn't want to take the oral contraceptive pill. I think there's enough synthetic estrogens within our environment and within our foods without taking the oral contraceptive pill as well.
At $70, it's also a cheaper alternative to using oral contraceptives or disposable ovulation kits. But it's the success rate that appeals most to Kindell Ducat.
The studies that they've conducted have shown a 98% success rate, so that's better than condoms and just under the pill, so it's definitely worth it.
The device has taken the maybe out of the baby equation for Pam Wilson. She's now 6 months pregnant and is amazed by her success.
I bought it and tried it, and the instructions were very simple, and bingo, it happened. It was my first month. The first time I tried it, it actually worked for us.
And it seems Maybe Baby can also help parents choose the sex of their child.
This one's not 100% accurate, but studies have shown around about 80% chance if you conceive on the first day of ovulation you're going to have a little girl. Later on, after ovulation, it's more likely to be a boy.
My husband was very, very keen on trying for a girl, and so, you know, off we went. And it wasn't until we actually got the amnio results, and they said, you know, you're having a girl. And we were like, oh, we just felt so clever. It was like, first time, girl.
Despite her success, Pam won't be throwing her maybe baby away. She plans to use the device after her daughter's arrival for contraception instead of the pill.
It's actually not that easy to get pregnant. It just doesn't make sense. It seems to be like you spend the first half of your life avoiding it and the second half of your life trying to get there.
Melissa Toomey reporting there.